One thing that's interesting about this guy Ben Carson is that he said he thought that political correct. He's not a politically incorrect person in anything he says, but he said that he thinks the concept of political correctness is dangerous, and it is. Let me tell you why. I told you how they brought like a psychology student to see me, like a freshman in like a California psychology class, and like he's a medical student, Stephen. Like he's here to. I mean, they told me this thing that then he left the room. I mean, they brought a psychology like student to talk to this distorted personality. But what's interesting is this: the reason it was like on top of everything else, he didn't look like he didn't know anything about medicine, and he's too young to be a medical student, and he was like but he wasn't observing me interacting with the doctor because the doctor left the room, and he sat alone with this distorted personality called Steve. It's not a real person. But here's what's interesting. One of the giveaways is on top of everything, he's a Chinese guy. We know the revolution designed your game like Mao Mao Mao, and you're doing good. And right, I mean, on top of everything, he's a Chinese guy. I mean, there's like a lot of giveaways. Wait. Right, that's called like racism. Like the fact that he didn't bring, like, why didn't he bring, like, he brought a young guy who was like 18, who was like obviously like a psychology student to talk to me, but it was like a guy who wasn't Chinese. That would have been one less clue what they're doing. But no, like I thought the Chinese guys are like, okay, like it's a game, but right, like, that's politically incorrect, Stephen. Like you think because a Chinese person, right? Like it's dangerous because like you could fuck with someone, but like do it in a way where you're like that factor that you wouldn't integrate that factor into the fact that they're playing a game with you, you know. And after our game, Steve, they would say, Steve, you're paranoid. Time out. An objectivist says, okay, I've been down here for 11 months, okay? I can't take into my you think I'm paranoid about that? Okay, listen to me very carefully. I can't take in a concept like that if not only you may not have derived it from reality, like why would you think that or paranoid before, but second of all, it clashes with the existing picture of reality I've built up in an alternate reality game for history over 11 months in my mental architecture. So not only are you not deriving it from reality because I've never been paranoid, but second of all, it clashes with the existing picture of reality which was built in my mental architecture in our game. That's why I'm not paranoid. So, in other words, that's how an objectivist thinks. No, it's very dangerous. You could do a game on a guy, but you can't do a game. There's only one reality.